Let's start by just settling the mind for a few minutes. Sit quietly, relax your body, relax your mind, put aside any thoughts not related to this practice that we're doing. And then as the motivation, if you're comfortable with the bodhicitta motivation, that is wanting to develop your Buddha nature, your potential to become a Buddha, to be able to help all other living beings, and to be able to do that, one of the things we need to do is purify our mind of karma and disturbing emotions and all different kinds of obstacles in our mind. So you could think that that's the reason for doing this practice, to clear away obstacles on your path, your spiritual path towards enlightenment, to be able to help all living beings. But if you're not so comfortable with the bodhicitta motivation, you can just try to think of some kind of altruistic intention, like I'm here to do this practice to clear away obstacles so I can be a better person and more helpful to others in my life, something like that. So try to have some intention to do this practice that incorporates not just yourself, but others as well. So now I'll describe the visualization of Vajrasatva, and just do the best you can to visualize, but don't worry if you can't do it, or you can just visualize part of it but not all. Just do your best and be content with what you're able to do. So in the space above your head, a few inches above the top of your head, imagine a lotus, pure white lotus with the petals open and spread out flat. And on top of that is a flat disk of light, white, representing the moon. And sitting on that is Vajrasatva. So he's a Buddha, he's fully enlightened, and you can think that he's one in nature with all the Buddhas. He has the same qualities, knowledge, realization as all the other Buddhas. So it's like he represents all the Buddhas or embodies all the Buddhas. And if you have a guru, a spiritual teacher, you can think Vajrasatva and your spiritual teacher are one. The appearance, the aspect is Vajrasatva, but it's your guru, your teacher. So his body is made of white light, pure and transparent. And his legs are in the full lotus posture. And his hands, he has two hands, are crossed in front of his heart. The right hand is on the outside, the left is on the inside. And the right hand holds a Vajra, which symbolizes bliss, or you could also say the method side of the path. And the bell in his left hand symbolizes wisdom, the wisdom of emptiness, the wisdom side of the path. So having his two hands crossed that way, holding the Vajra and bell, symbolizes the union, the inseparability of method and wisdom, bliss and emptiness. And his whole appearance is youthful and very beautiful, peaceful, smiling. The expression on his face is peaceful and smiling and showing compassion. Not any anger or blame or any kind of negative attitude, but just pure compassion and love for you and for all other beings. He's also wearing very beautiful clothing made of soft, divine silk, and ornaments made of gold, silver, precious jewels. But it's not like ordinary gold and jewels. Instead, it's like manifestations of his inner qualities: patience, ethics, generosity, and so on. The 6 perfections. And also he's facing the same way as you, not facing backwards, but facing forwards as you are. So again, just do the best you can to have the visualization. And if it's difficult to visualize, try to at least feel that Vajrasatva is there in the space above your head. And feel his wonderful qualities. He's fully enlightened, and he has perfect universal love and compassion for all living beings. And he's completely dedicated to helping you and everyone else become free of all suffering and its causes, karma and delusions, and to help all of you attain happiness and peace up to enlightenment. Okay, so then the first power is reliance, which involves taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. So there's a prayer in the practice we can read together 3 times. I take refuge in the sublime, precious 3, means the 3 jewels. I will liberate all sentient beings and lead them to enlightenment. Thus perfectly do I generate bodhicitta. I take refuge in the sublime, precious 3. I will liberate all sentient beings and lead them to enlightenment. Thus perfectly do I generate bodhicitta. I take refuge in the sublime, precious 3. I will liberate all sentient beings and lead them to enlightenment. Thus perfectly do I generate bodhicitta. So try to have this feeling that you can rely upon Vajrasatva as the representation of the Buddha and all the Buddhas, the Dharma, the Sangha, the 3 jewels. He's someone you can rely on to help you become free of suffering and its causes, help you to follow a path that leads to greater and greater happiness, up to enlightenment. Try to feel that sense of trust or confidence. And also try to feel the wish to only be helpful to other beings and not do things that are harmful to them. to try to make that an important part of your life, your behavior, your interactions with others. And the second power here is the power of regret. That means feeling regret for things we've done that we recognize were unwise, unskillful, negative karma, harmful to others, harmful to ourselves, and so on. So just bring to mind some things you can remember having done recently or in the past that you recognize as wrong and feel the wish to purify. And then for negative things that we may have done in the past but don't remember, we can just think in a general way of all of those things. So there's something here that I'll read. You can read it with me if you want, or just listen. And just try to think of all the negative karma created in this life and also in past lives that is still there. We're still carrying the seeds of that karma. And if we don't purify it, then it can be the cause for suffering, really painful and unpleasant experiences. So we feel a strong wish to purify ourselves of it. The negative karma I have accumulated throughout beginningless time is as extensive as the treasury of a great king. Although each negative action leads to countless eons of suffering, it seems that I'm constantly striving to create nothing but negative actions. Even though I am trying to avoid non-virtue and practice positive acts, day and night without respite, negativities and moral downfalls come to me like rainfall. I lack the ability to purify these faults so that no trace of them remains. With these negative imprints still in my mind, I could suddenly die and find myself falling to an unfortunate rebirth. What can I do? Please, Vajrasatva, with your great compassion, guide me from such misery. Now imagine that from the heart of Vajrasatva, light radiates out in all directions and requests all the Buddhas to grant their blessings. And then all the Buddhas send white rays of light and nectar, the essence of which is the knowledge of their body, speech, and mind. So all the good qualities and knowledge of all the Buddhas all over the universe comes in the form of light and nectar and flows into Vajrasatva. And his whole body is completely filled with this light and nectar. And it enhances the magnificence of his appearance, increases the brilliance. And imagine that at his heart is a moon disk, a flat disk of white light. And standing in the center of that is the seed syllable hum in the middle. And then the mantra, the letters of the mantra, the long 100 syllable mantra, are standing around the edge of the moon disk. So don't worry about how to visualize these letters. It's enough just to think that they are there. So again, at his heart, the center of his chest, a flat disk of light, moon disk. Standing in the center is hum, and around the edge of the moon disk, the mantra. So just imagine that it's there. And as we recite the mantra, visualize light and nectar flowing from the hum and the mantra at his heart, like a shower, a waterfall, flowing down through his body and then coming into the top of your head, and then coming through your body, flowing all the way down through the middle part of your body to all the cells, atoms, molecules of your body. Your whole body gets filled with this pure, blissful white light and nectar. And then imagine that this light and nectar filling your body pushes out negative karma, defilements, sickness, obstacles, so whatever negative things there are in your body and mind, imagine them getting pushed out, flushed out of your body, going out through all the openings, the doors, the pores of your body. And you can imagine it in the form of dirty liquid, like sewer water you would see in the sewer, really dirty and disgusting. And you can also imagine poisonous creatures like scorpions, spiders, snakes. They're also coming out of you. And all this negative stuff is pouring down into the earth beneath you. And you can imagine it just vanishes in the earth if you want. Or you can do that visualization I mentioned before of Yama, the Lord of Death, deep, way deep down in the earth with his mouth open, facing upwards, and then all this negative stuff going into his mouth, and he's swallowing it and enjoying it. For him it's like delicious. He's really happy, really satisfied, and filled up. Okay, so let's recite the mantra, the long mantra, 7 times together. And then you can just sit quietly for a little while. You can continue reciting the long mantra if you wish, or just the short one, Om Vajrasatva Hum, for a while. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido Me Bhava Suto Kayo Me Bhava Supo Kayo Me Bhava Anurato Me Bhava Sarva siddhi me prayatsa, sarva karma sutsame, citam shriram kuru hum, ha 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 ho Bhagavan, sarva tathagata vajramame mudsa, vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa Suto kayo me bawa Supo kayo me bawa Anurato me bawa Sarva siddhi me prayatsa Sarva karma sutsame Citam Shriram Kuru Hum, ha 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 ho Bhagavan, Sarva Tathagata Vajramame Mudsa, Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa, suto kayo me bawa, supo kayo me bawa, anurato me bawa, sarva siddhi me prayatsa, sarva karma sutsame, citam shriram kuru hum, ha 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 ho Bhagavan, sarva tathagata vajramame mudsa, vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa Suto kayo me bawa Supo kayo me bawa Anurato me bawa Sarva siddhi me prayatsa Sarva karma sutsame Citam shriram kuru hum, ha 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 hum Bhagavan, sarva tathagata vajramame mudsa, vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa, suto kayo me bawa, supo kayo me bawa, anurato me bawa, sarva siddhi me prayatsa, sarva karma sutsame, citam shriram kuru hum, ha 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 ho Bhagavan, sarva tathagata vajramame mudsa, Vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa Suto kayo me bawa Supo kayo me bawa Anurato me bawa Sarva siddhi me prayatsa sarva karma sutsame shriram kuru hum, ha 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 ho Bhagavan, sarva tathagata vajramame mudsa, vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasatva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasatva Teno Patita Dido me bawa Suto kayo me bawa Supo kayo me bawa Anurato me bawa Sarva siddhi me prayatsa sarva karma sutsame Citam shriram kuru hum, Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Vajra Mame Muns Vajra Bhava Maha Samaya Sattva Ahum Pe. So for a little while you can continue to visualize the light and nectar flowing from Vajrasattva's heart into your crown, into your body, pushing out all the negative energy. And you can continue reciting the long mantra or the short one, Om Vajrasattva Hum, as you wish. So now feel that all the negative karma, all the defilements, obscuration, sickness, all the negative energy in your body and mind has been completely washed out, flushed out, gone into the earth or into Yama's mouth, who's very happy, satisfied, filled. His mouth closes up and is sealed either with a double vajra or a dharma wheel. And the earth closes up. And try to really feel all that negative energy is gone completely, gone forever. Will never come back. Try to really feel pure. And if you can, imagine your whole body and mind pure, clear, transparent, like crystal, like a piece of crystal. And then the last power is resolve or resolution. This involves making a determination to either stop completely those actions that you can stop, or those you can't completely stop, do them, to refrain from them for a limited period of time, 5 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, whatever. Or just make the promise that you will do your best to not do those actions again. And try to do this sincerely, really recognizing those actions are harmful to yourself, to others, to your spiritual development. And then imagine Vajrasatva saying to you, with feeling very happy, very pleased with what you've done and your wish to purify and not do the same actions again. So he's really happy about this. And he says, child of the essence, all your negativities, obscurations, and degenerated vows have now been completely purified. And then he melts into light. The whole visualization, the lotus, the moon, Vajrasattva, melts into light. And this light comes down into you, absorbing into you, merging with you. And imagine that your body, speech, and mind become inseparable from Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind. Or you can just think you're getting blessings to be able to achieve the same qualities, realizations, the body, speech, and mind of Vajrasattva, to become like him. And then there's, on the top of page 7, dedication verses. And actually, because it said that the best purification, the best remedy to negative karma is emptiness. And even if we don't fully understand or fully realize emptiness, we can still bring it in to the practice. For example, now when we're dedicating the merit, we can think the I, myself, me, who has just done this practice of purification, I do not exist inherently, independently from its own side. It's just something labeled by the mind onto my aggregates, my body and mind. So I am empty of inherent existence. And the actions I do, the karma I create, is also empty of inherent existence. It doesn't exist inherently, independently from its own side, but is just labeled by the mind. And then objects in relation to which we do actions, like harmful or beneficial, those are also not inherently existing, but just labeled by the mind. So all these things and all other things, all phenomena are like that, not really existing on their own, objectively from their own side, but are just merely labeled by the mind. So with that in mind, then let's dedicate. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Vajrasattva and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel, bodhicitta, that has not arisen, arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. So that's a relatively simple practice of Vajrasattva. There's some that are more long, complicated, lots of different prayers, but this is kind of a simple one. And once you get to know it, you can do it pretty quickly.